Sup my dudes, Valk here, and today I'm going to show you the strongest unit in the game. Not really, I know it's clickbait, but it's funny clickbait. Stick with me because, let me clear this filter, just get them recording the other video. I managed to roll, after fully limit breaking Ippo, perfect stats. And the reason I did this is because I beat floor 50 with Ippo. I beat floor 50 with Ippo. I've already gone over how he's my favorite unit of the update. He's one of my favorite units in the game because he essentially functions like Evo to Dingy, but he's actually good. Dennis has his second Evo. A lot of you guys don't know because you never use it. I never use it as well. But it's actually pretty good Evo because he just chases stuff around the map, but he's not quite as good as Ippo is. Ippo's really, really good, and I'm going to show that with floor 50 of the Abyss. Rather than doing a damage showcase, which I've done before, rather than doing an infinite, I'm going to showcase one of the hardest things in the game to beat, which is floor 50 of the Abyss. And you'll notice I'm not using spiritual sensitivity, making this slightly more difficult than it is possibly for other people, because spiritual sensitivity is such a broken team that it allows you to kind of just ignore the majority of the game. Spiritual sensitivity is a very strong team. Now, I hope I don't mess my placements up, because this is kind of sketch at the beginning. You'd be like, Valk, I thought you were using Ippo. I thought you were showing up Ippo. In due time, Ippo's going to have his time in the sun, but first we have to get there. So we're going to be upgrading this Tyrant Eye right away, trying to get the Tyrant Eye upgraded all the way to about full AoE status, or just getting her up so she does good damage and she's able to kind of knock down the healers, because they are really good. This is a healer stage, super healer, so you have to do enough damage to counteract the healing early on, or you're just going to basically fall over. So, with that being said, we're just waiting now to be able to kill these enemies and be able to just upgrade our stuff and be able to just keep upgrading and get our goodies. Hopefully we're able to actually do that. Okay, we managed to get them in time. Good. And we managed to get them in time as well. Very good. One more upgrade, and I'll be good to start working on my money, because the full AoE is kind of what I need. Okay, now we can upgrade one Dennis. Now that we have that upgraded, we have our full AoE. You can see we're able to wipe out a lot of enemies very easily now, because the full AoE is going to do some really good damage. And now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and buy some food and work on the second Dennis. And we're kind of just going to ride out this one Tyrant Eye for a little bit till we get our Dennises upgraded. Once our Dennises are upgraded, we should have good income. And once the income is boosted, we're going to be able to go ahead and put down an idol. Make sure I got her facing the right way. I know I'm a psychopath. Okay, there we go. Okay, I did press the auto ability just to make sure. I'm colorblind, so sometimes it's really hard to see whether I press auto ability or not. So that part's a little sketch sometimes. Okay, so now we're going to delete this Tyrant Eye. We're going to put her back here with this one. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to group up the Tyrant Eyes so they're able to basically blast and take care of these early waves until we get our money up and get our supports up to be able to have Ippo run wild, which is going to happen in due time. Ippo's going to get his moment to shine, just not yet. We got to get setup done first, and then we can let the star of the show shine, because Ippo is going to pop off with max limit break, max modifiers. I'm actually curious to see how good he does, because I already beat it with Ippo once, so this is the second time I'm beating this with Ippo. So I'm genuinely curious to see how good he does. I can already see the massive difference in range. That's really dope. So I wonder what attacks that he's going to be able to get up to like this. Fully limit broken, max modifiers Ippo is going to decimate this stage. Absolutely decimate it. So we're going to switch Ippo to strongest and switch him to strongest, because we want Ippo going after the boss. We want Ippo throwing hands where the hands need to be thrown. We don't want Ippo catching innocents. We want him going after the boss. So that's what we're going to really try to focus on whenever we get to it. So next we do this. Flower Magician. We're going to go ahead and put down our Flower Magician now. Upgrade them all the way. That way we get the range boost on Tyrant Eye, so we can have more stuns, more fun, and we are able to go ahead and lock down the boss longer for Ippo to basically box the hell out of them. Next comes Shanksu. We're going to have Shanks here as well. Make sure the Shanks is 1, 2, 3 on placement. And then we go here, and we have that unlocked. We'll be able to fully max Shanks, so we don't need to worry about anything. We just need to worry about maxing him first, and then we'll focus on other stuff there. But you guys can see, Ippo's cooking. Ippo is cooking. Ippo's just boxing away. His attack stats already almost at a mil. Jesus, Ippo. His attack stats already at a mil. I'm really curious to see exactly how high he can get and how well he does. Because I think Ippo is just going to have to just absolutely blast the boss away. But yeah, this is super... I love Ippo so much. I love what they did with the unit. I think he's so underrated. And if you guys are wondering why I don't skip inside Abyss, if you guys ever watch me do Abyss, you'll notice I never skip. It's so I can maximize the value I get out of Dingies. If you don't skip, you get more money from Dingy. So it's literally it. There's no like super trick to it, just more money. More money, better time, easier time. So now we try to set up the loop. We go ahead and click this at 32. We come here, 32, click. Okay, the loop should be set up pretty perfectly. So now we have everybody down. Except for our Flower Magician. So now we're going to do this, 1, 2. And then we're going to do this, 1, 2. Alright, so the reason I did Flower Magician at 2 there is so he stuns. A lot of people don't know this, but Flower Magician has stun as a as a little like thing before he goes into full support mode. So he's a unit that you can bring into like challenge stages for his stun, because you only really need one Flower Magician to actually boost up all your units if you're just running like solo. If you place your units together, only one Flower Magician is needed to actually be able to give everybody the range boost. So that's why I like Flower Magician a lot, because you can just do the stun. So yeah, you guys can see, Ippo's throwing hands. Ippo's popping off. Ippo, I don't see the range attack anymore. 1.4 mil. Woo! That's a good attack stat. That's nice and hefty. So now we're down to the boss. The boss is here. Let's see how this goes with him. I imagine we're going to blitz him and his cronies pretty easily. You guys can see the amount of damage. You guys can see. Tyranni is the one who's really doing a lot of damage, but Ippo is cooking. Look at this Ippo. 605 mil versus puny 500 mil from all the Tyrannis. Ippo is cooking the hell out. Look at Ippo go. Like Ippo getting stunned, don't care. Back to punching. Punch him, Ippo. Dude, I love Ippo so much. Ippo's such a funny unit. I love what they did with him. I hope they do like more unique units like Ippo to where he just chases the boss down. Like, I could probably delete some units and let him get further down, and Ippo would chase him literally all the way, which is really just hilarious to me. But yeah, I really like this. I like this a lot, and I hope they keep units like this going. You guys can see the damage coming out. Ippo is just cooking. Ippo cooking at 622 mil, 600 mil. Yeah, all the units are just popping off in tandem. And boss can't move while Ippo punches the hell out of him. That's the whole idea of this team. Lock the boss down for Ippo to just punch in the face. And you guys can see, easily clearing floor 50 of the Abyss. This is how I earned my Ichigo Blanco. Ippo is the best. Do I actually think Ippo's the best unit in the game? No. I think he's actually pretty mid. I don't think he's like crazy, but he's fun. I like using him, and he chases the boss down, which is always a good time. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.